Hey guys, what's going on and welcome to a brand new video. And in today's video, it's going to be another news video. Probably a bit of a slow one. There's only one thing we have to talk about. It's kind of slow at these stages before we get closer to the transfer window where it will start heating up with more rumors and more things to talk about. The channel's been banging recently, so if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment in the comment section down below of what you think about this player if we did sign him. Because I don't know a lot about him, because I don't watch a lot of football around the world, especially I don't watch the French league, but Leeds United, of course, have been linked with Leonardo Ballerdi, I think that's how you say it, the defender, and he come out and spoke. So big Leeds United transfer boost as £20 million target speaks out, possible replacement already being lined up. Sorry. Leeds United will be interested to hear the defender's thoughts if reports of transfer interest are true. Leeds United have been boosted in their pursuit of defender Leonardo Ballerdi, with the reports transfer target refusing to rule out a summer exit from Marseille. So he's not ruling out a summer exit. So he might be leaving, he might not be. So it's one of those. I mean, most of the contracts and that, most players are like that right now. You don't know if they're going to leave or not. Reports earlier this month link Ballerdi with a move to Leeds, who will prioritise signing defensive reinforcement as part of a busy summer preparing for the Premier League, for our Premier League return. At present, there is no natural senior cover for right side centre back Joe Rodon, and journalist Alan Nixon named Marseille's Argentinian international as a possible option as our backup behind Joe Rodon. I'm guessing because I think Joe Rodon just has a start in the Premier League. Nixon claimed Ballerdi had been identified as a key target for Leeds, with scouts believed to have been in attendance during some recent Marseille games. While a move for the 26-year-old could cost around £20 million. Interestingly, the defender is thought to be open to experience in the Premier League, and the Mirror now reports he could be considering his future with a move. The report details how Ellen Road recruitment chief are planning for a major summer splurge. Of course, we're wanting to spend about 100 mil to probably 150 mil, but the whole PSR thing, we're going to have to let some players go for good money. And I'm not talking about just letting some of the players go that are going to go for like a 1 million or 2 million. I'm talking about your big ones. So maybe like a Nonto, as we've already spoken about in the other video, like a Nonto or a Pirro or a Joseph. Players that we can get good money for that can help with PSR and help us to be able to spend more getting ready for the Premier League. With Ballerdi of interest to Leeds and Syria outfit AS Roma, the in-demand Marseille defender was also quizzed on his plans for the summer over the weekend, and certainly left the door ajar, insisting no major decision will be taken until the French side secure Champions League qualification. So that probably depends on his moves, as well. So if they probably qualify for Champions League, will he leave? Not quite sure. I say it every year. I'm very happy in Marseille. I feel good. Ballerdi said, as quoted by the Mirror, I've always said I'd like to bring something back here to Marseille, and I still have that goal. Now I have to focus on the last match. After that, we'll see about the transfer window, but I haven't looked at the offers after that. I don't know. I like the team to be in the Champions League, and then I'll ask myself about my future. So for me, it looks like we're not going to sign him, because it looks like basically right here, it looks like he wants to play in Champions League. Like he wants to play in the Champions League. Marseille transfer links hint at possible exit for Leeds United target. Ballerdi comments will be little to dispel speculations surrounding his future, and interest will only intensify as the summer transfer window closes in, not only for Leeds United, but across Europe, and it appears Marseille could already be laying the groundwork to source their own replacement, should a move to Ellen Road, Roma, or anywhere else come to fruition. A report from the French outlet Mercato on Saturday claimed defensive reinforcement will be a priority project at the state velodrome this summer, with Marseille eyeing a number of possible options. Among those names are Arsenal. Then here they're just talking about their replacements that they can use if he does end up leaving. There is no suggestion any such arrival would come in as a direct replacement for Ballerdi. But Marseille in get my God, Marseille's eagerness to have defensive targets linked up might suggest they are planning for change in that position. De Zerbi's side face Stade Rennais in their final game of the season next weekend, with Champions League football all but secured. Following which the reported Leeds target can start thinking about his future. Yeah, for me, when I look at this one, I look at it and I'm like, okay, he's a good player, right? And he probably is because they're going for Champions League. I'm gonna just look up the player for a second and just see how he's actually played this season. We can see some stats, but yeah, I'm not like confident that we will end up signing him, of course, because he said he wants Champions League football. He said it himself. I'm trying to get up as I'm talking. He wanted to get Champions League football and wants to play Champions League football. So it's probably more likely he'll go to Roma than actually come to Leeds United. But it's good that we're linked to these type of players, and this is kind of the direction we're going. We want to push into the, top of players. We're trying to push for top players, and if they don't work, they don't work. You got to go for it. You got to go for these top signings because you never know. One of them might be like, yeah, I want to play in the Premier League. I've always wanted to play in the Premier League. I mean, that's a lot of players' actual dreams is to play football in the Premier League because it's probably the best league in the world to play in. And the amount of global attention it gets. There's so many players that actually do want to play in the Premier League. I'm trying to get his stats up for a second. Just give me a minute. But yeah, so many players do want to play in the Premier League because of that, even if it is for a lower club, because it gets more attraction and it can boost you as a player to get even bigger moves. So we'll see what happens. His stats this season have been, he's played 26 games. He started all of them. He's played minutes per game of 84 minutes, played 2,186 minutes this season with 0 goals. That doesn't really matter because he's a defender. He had no assists either, but that's fine. He had 4 clean sheets this season with an intercepts of 1.2, tackles per game of 1.9, possessions won in the final third 0.2, balls recovery per game 6.0, dribbles passed per game 0.8, clearances 2.7, errors leading to a shot 2, errors leading to a goal 2, penalties committed 0. The other stats that he has is successful dribbles 70%, total duels won 60%, ground duels won 58%, aerial duels won 65%, possession lost 7.5, fouls per game is 1.0, was fouled 0.7 times, and offside 0 times. He's also managed to get 7 yellow cards, he's managed to get also 2 yellow cards, so a red card with 2 yellow cards and one straight red this season. If we want to look at the season beforehand, the season beforehand, he managed to play a total of 27 games, starting 26 of those, playing 84 minutes per game again, 2,275 minutes played, getting in the team of the week 3 times, scoring 2 goals, no assists, having 3 clean sheets, a 1.9 interceptions, tackles per game of 2.9, possessions won in the final third 0.1, balls recovery per game is 6.2, dribbles passed per game 0.7, clearances 3.1. He managed to have 60% dribbles, successful dribbles. Total duels won was 64%, ground duels won was 66%, aerial duels won was 61%, possession loss was 9.6. Fouls per game was 0.9, was fouled 0.9. He got 4 yellow cards that season with 1 red card with 2 yellows making the red, and 1 straight red again. But yeah, the last 2 seasons he's looked good. He's played a lot of games of football, so it's not like he's an injury prone player. He's played a lot of minutes over the last couple of seasons. If you look at here, it says so all of his career basically he left Dortmund in the 2021 season where he went to Marseille, and that's where he played 1,980 minutes, and then after that was 1,293, 3,374, 3,574, and 2,366. So he does play a lot of minutes, and he's not injured a lot. It looks like he plays more minutes. He played 28 matches, of course, this season. Where was it here? The 23-24 season, he managed to play 42 games, which I think that includes cups as well. No, that's just the league, is it? That's counting the cups. So counting the cups, he played 42 games. Then the season before, 44 games, 24 games, 25 games, and then it was 8-5. That was his early career before he went to Marseille. But yeah, looks like a decent player. I'm not going to say I know a lot about him, but it's also one of those things of It's a link. I'm going to talk about it because it's a link to Leeds United, and he spoke openly about maybe he'll leave, maybe he won't. He wants to move to a club with Champions League football, so does it look like he's going to come to Leeds United? Probably not. He's more likely to go to AS Roma if he goes to any other club. But the Premier League is a massive draw, and we all know that the Premier League is a massive draw. Even at the bottom end of the table, you can sign some good players. You know, in the if you're a lower end Premier League team, even a newly promoted team. But yeah, we'll see what goes on in the next coming weeks. If anything new comes out about him. Looks like a decent player. I don't know whether he would start for Leeds United as our centre-back or he would be a bench option because he is a left-sided centre-back here. It shows mostly on the heat map. It shows him mostly on the left side. So I don't know if it'll be him and Rodon together at centre-back or you use him as a backup option. I'm not quite sure. I feel more like we would sign him as a starter. I mean, the price you're paying for him, I just realised, yeah, you'd pay for him to be a starter next to Rodon, which would be good because I don't think Strauch... The thing is with Strauch, it's his injury history, isn't it? It's his injury history, which is a problem with Pascal Strauch, and we saw it again this season, which is why we're probably looking to bring in another centre-back. So if Strauch does get injured, we'll be fine. Or Strauch will be the backup, basically, and have to fight his way back into the squad, into the starting 11. But yeah, I think this would be a good signing. Does it look likely? No, it doesn't. But hey, we never know what can happen. Of course, I ended the video and had the video ready to release, but more news has just come out with the YEP. Leeds United joined Premier League trio in race 4, £25 million. Man City star Pep Guardiola absolutely loves. Leeds United could look to sign a new number 10 this summer after missing out 12 months ago. Leeds United have been linked with fresh interest in Manchester City's James McAtee, who's a young player, who's an up-and-comer, who looks like he's going to come up and be a very, very good player in the future. Although they could now face competition from a trio of future Premier League rivals, McAtee emerges as an ambitious possible target for Leeds United last summer. As Daniel Farke eyed number 10 reinforcement that eventually never came, with the 22-year-old staying on board at Man City, where he has started just 3 Premier League games all season. The attacking midfielder has impressed when called upon, however, with 7 goals across all competitions, bettered only by Phil Foden and Erling Haaland. But with a busy summer expected at the Etihad, McAtee could end up drifting further away from the first team picture, and interest in his signature is building ahead of the transfer window opening. And now the Sunday Mirror report his possible City exit, with 5 teams weighing up a move for the English young youth international. Among them are Leeds United, who will be expected to add more depth and quality at number 10, with Brendan Aronson the only current natural option in that role, but any move for McAtee will not be easy to pull off. With Champions League hopefuls Nottingham Forest joining West Ham, Crystal Palace and top-flight German outfit Bayern Leverkusen in the race for his signature as well. City are thought to be reluctant to assail, having seen the impact Cole Palmer has enjoyed at a direct top 4 rival Chelsea, but there appears to be an understanding first team football is needed. McAtee's contract expires next summer, and so to avoid the risk of a free transfer in 12 months, they are believed to want around £25 million for their academy graduate. Manchester City McAtee stands amid Leeds United transfer links. Manager Pep Guardiola has regularly outlined his desire to keep McAtee, who earned just his 3rd league start of the season in Saturday's 0-0 draw at Southampton, and often singled out the attacking midfield for praise. But as in true at club level, it appears there is an acknowledgement regular football is needed. He has the quality. He could have scored 4 goals in a 5-2 win against Crystal Palace. Guardiola said last month he has the ability to create chances. He is there. McAtee lives close to the box, quite similar to Phil Foden, and they are there. They have a sense of goal. It's difficult to train in the moment. The ball is coming and after he didn't score, but it's fine. As many minutes he plays, he will score. And then as Pep Guardiola just talking about McAtee, and how he likes him as a player. But there is a thing about he needs game time, and I know it's a long shot for us to get him when you have people who are going for Champions League football like Nottingham Forest. You got West Ham, you got Crystal Palace, and you got Bayer Leverkusen are all after him. So it seems like a long shot for Leeds to actually be able to get McAtee over the line. But you never know. Maybe we'll be able to get McAtee over the line. As I said, he's probably going to be a very, very good player in the future. And if we can get him as an option with Brendan Aronson, that would be a good 2 number 10s to have. I mean, McAtee would probably be the starting number 10 ahead of Brendan Aronson. I think he's probably a better quality player. You can agree. He's a better quality player, you'd probably say. But he is young. So do you do that now? Or do you take the risk, don't sign him, and try and sign more of an experienced number 10? So let me know in the comments down below what you think on this. I don't think we'll sign him because you have all those other clubs in for him, especially like Forest, who will be playing in Europe this season, whether it's the Champions League or the Europa League. You know, Bayern Leverkusen, who will be playing in the Champions League as well. And yeah, it just doesn't look likely at all that we're going to be the ones that sign him. Unless it's the whole, he wants game minutes and we could offer him a start in the starting 11. Maybe we can tempt him to come to Ellen Road. But yeah, this one's pretty unlikely in my opinion. But yeah, if you guys like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.